And a very gracious good morning to you this 21st day of August 2020. My name is Stephen Courtney Maxwell, and I want to be your 51st governor for the state of Tennessee. Would you please put a check mark by my name? November the 8th, 2022. There are some things that I would like to go over concerning the campaign that's coming up. Sevierville, I will be coming out your way the beginning of September. So Sevierville, be looking out for me. And of course, I will be looking out for you. Be at the LeConte Auditorium at the Civic Center, Sevierville. And everyone is invited out. I love to hear your comments, love to hear your questions. I love to hear your redress of grievances. You don't have to wear a mask if you don't want to, although I believe that county is mandating them now, but I guess I'll be getting the ticket or be arrested because I'm not wearing a mask. But I will be out toward the Sevierville, Tennessee area in the LeConte Auditorium in the coming weeks, and you will know when I am there because all kinds of balloons and all that will be all over the place. We'll be at 6:30, I believe we said, if I'm not mistaken. And it's something that is going to happen like never before. And we are so very much looking forward to doing what we can to make Tennessee a little bit easier, a little bit bigger, a little bit faster. I would like to say this, that those who are feeling bound and staying home and all that other trash, once I lift my hand off the Bible, swearing in as governor, government overreach in the state of Tennessee is over. It's over. You are not going to have to wear a mask anymore. You are not going to have to social distance anymore. And if any business, I will say this, if any business does not want to open to the public without mandating every kind of God-blessed rule under the sun, I'm going to ask that that business leave the state of Tennessee. I'm already having one business move, and I mean it's a major multi-million-dollar conglomerate that will be moving, whether they want to move themselves or they want the National Guard to move them. All the employees, all the management team and staff, all of their money and all of their goods is leaving the state of Tennessee. I will not have a mandated prison house when they call a certain code. The people of Tennessee are not going to be prisoners anymore. I refuse it. It will not happen. I don't care if they're on private property. I don't care if it is your business. And I don't care if I ever step in your doors again. It is not going to happen. End of discussion. All of these kidnappings are going to stop. All of these holding people prisoner are going to stop. Businesses are not going to be able to hold people as prisoner anymore. You can get their name and their information. If they refuse to give that and want to walk, let them walk. Call the police and let the police find them. But the days of holding people hostage at businesses is over. If they shoplift, keep a sharp eye out for them. Keep a record, a running record of when they come in, when they go out, and when they come in, call the police. And hopefully the police will be there and they're not changing ships, quote unquote. That's another thing. We're going to hold the law enforcement accountable in this state. Tennessee, in order to get bigger, better, and faster, is going to hold all of its hired, elected, and appointed individuals accountable. If you do not want to be held accountable, do not get hired and do not get elected. And I hope I make myself very clear. For those who are participating, I'll think of the word, it'll come out my mouth. For those who are participating in criminal syndicalism and you think you're getting by, you're not. I will make an order and I will stop the allocations from the state and the appropriation of the state from coming to your mayor's hand ever again. And here are some reasons why, other reasons why you're not going to be receiving state appropriations. You have not formed a metro city. You have not held public election to vote for a mayor or a vice mayor or city metro council, nor have you formed in your metro council a court nor appointed a court. That is another reason why you're not going to get money when you have 15,000 or more within your county. So all your cities and all your county are going to be metro now. Okay? You're not going to, the police are not going to be able to go to the TVA dam no more. The TVA police have their own police. Let them fight their own battles. They have the National Guard and the Coast Guard if high-powered weapons are needed. And I'm sure the Coast Guard is not that far down the water. All county individuals will only look out for the county or for the city. And if you're really not using a county office, then that county office will be closed. We are going to stop wasting money. Here's another big surprise for you. Parents aren't purchasing classroom supplies any further. $100 million will be allocated to all 95 counties under an executive order, and it will be done every first day of school at the beginning of the year, that teachers receive 2% raises, and that classroom allocations be given for all teachers for classroom supplies. It will be against the law for parents to purchase your supplies when they're already paying, number one, sales tax, number two, property tax, and number three, income tax. So those days are over when I'm governor. Another thing is all schools are going to open to Christian chaplains, Protestant and Catholic. Prayer will be allowed in school. Bibles will be allowed in school. 16-year-olds will be allowed to quit and become adults the very day they turn 16. Once they cease and sign the cease and desist letters, both of parental release and education desist, they will no longer be able to attend school. No colleges, no adult ed. They can hold jobs. They can run their own business. They can do everything a citizen does, even hold a gun, in Tennessee only. But at 16 years of age, you won't have to darken the doorstep of another school in your life again. That way, we will not have to hear, "You're ruining my life, you're ruining my life, you're ruining my life." And for those who say I am a joke in running for governor in Tennessee, I don't think I'm too much of a joke when those who have called me out, and I've still continued. It's been over a year since I've been running. So that can't be too much of a joke. And I'd like to veer off course just a moment to say something. I do not mind being heckled about, and there are going to be hecklers. I do not mind being heckled about the everyday issues, And I do not mind being heckled about running for office. What I do mind is folks getting personal. Now, if you want to get personal about this, you meet me up in federal court. Because I do believe in lawsuits, I do believe in litigation, and I do believe in taking stuff that you own to be mine in the event you want to run your mouth. And it's not related to the campaign, but personal. All right? That's defamation of character and harassment and intimidation. And anytime you want to try, and you want to try my patience, be my utmost guest. Because number one, I will have you in the slammer. And number two, I will freeze everything you own. You'll not be able to enter your house. You'll not be able to have the keys to your car. You'll not even be able to draw money out of your bank account. I'm serious. Very, very serious about this. For those who want to criticize me for my Christian values and Christian ways, same thing. Infringement of religion, and we're going federal this time because you are crossing a federal line. Men, you will be looking at Leavenworth. I will be requesting that you go to Leavenworth, and I will own everything you own. You can have your darling wives and children, but I will own everything you own. I will freeze all your assets, and you won't be able to get a dime out your bank. All right. Another thing we need to discuss is sovereign immunity for clergy. When I'm elected, nobody is going to be able to haul preachers out of the pulpit for every little accusation under the sun, as long as they are city, county, or state officers. If they try, the National Guard will come to the jail. The National Guard will be pulling out the individual. The sheriff or the chief of police will be hauled off and put under 9/11. And I hope, in the name of God, we can put you in Guantanamo Bay. I really do. And you will be turned over to the federal authorities to do whatever they want to do. If they turn you back over to the state, you will serve 25 years without trial under the 9/11 Act. The warrants, pulling clergy over, entering their homes, pulling them out of cars, pointing a gun in their face. This will be illegal in the state of Tennessee when I lift my hand off the Bible after I swear the oath of office. I want that known right now. Clergy, educators, farmers, and U.S. veterans. The program for the discount card you will be the first tier. We're going to try and make it into tiers. $100 million will be sent out throughout the counties for the businesses to be allocated for 50% off fuel and food twice a month for that group. And they will show you that they are educators, clergy, farmers, or veterans. United States veterans, Tennessee is going to try every year, every 365 days, in surrounding rural counties to build a state of Tennessee VA hospital, and only veterans will be hired. That way, we can start having patients be seen more. Now, the telehealth is wonderful, and telephone is wonderful. Telephone doctor, video health is wonderful too. But we need to do more for the veterans. And we need to push through these, and I will say this online, and I will say this on the air on TV. We need to push through for veterans so they can get their check and they can get their money, and stop holding back and stop just going one at a time with these cases. If the federal government or the state government owes people money, they need to release the checks. End of conversation. The press. You are liars. You are manipulators. And you manipulate the news to your standards and to Democratic Party standards and to socialist standards. And I will look every news media and news media outlet individual in the eye, queer or straight, and I will tell you, you're a liar. For the reasons that the media has been manipulating for their own personal use, And because some of the women's lib did not like a man getting into office, and that's exactly what it comes down to, especially lesbians, did not like a man getting into office who was a businessman and did not kiss up to every little person under the sun. I am having the press 3,000 feet away, and will order it so, from all state buildings, because you're not going to shove a microphone down my throat, and you are not going to be putting a camera, slamming a camera up in my face. I will take that microphone and I will throw it halfway across the room, and I will take that camera and I will have my officers run it over. I want you to know that right now. Or shoot it until it won't work at all. I hope that's very clear. To hold the law enforcement accountable, I'm going to have a state internal affairs deputies. They're going to be called Sheriff Police Commissioner. The deputy commissioners and the commissioner himself will be 5-star general status, which means that when they give an order, the police officer will follow it, city, county, or state, or they can quit. They are going to answer all verbal questions. If they want their representative there, fine. They want an attorney there, fine. Once they ask for their attorney, we'll take them to court. They don't get paid no more. They take the badge off. They take the utility belt off. They give up their weapon. They take the uniform off, period. And they give up their wallet ID also, and their post card. That's it. Police officer school training card. And they will not receive it back if they are not acquitted. I will not have people be police officers in Tennessee that will not follow the rules whatsoever. We are holding folks accountable. End of conversation. Water conservation and land conservation is going to start. For this reason, we are sending $100 million through the 95 counties, and water will be tested for carcinoma, along with the milk, along with the produce. It will be tested for carcinoma. We find it, we will destroy it. We find it in the cow's getting destroyed. We find it in the milk will be destroyed. We find it in the water, we're going to find the reason the water is being poisoned. And if in fact it's being done by a factory, we're going to have the factory shut down. Do we want to work or do we want to die? These are the questions you need to ask yourself. Because if we're putting out the money to have this stuff destroyed, then we're going to have to start doing something. Something's going to have to shut down, or something is going to have to stop, or they're going to have to work every other week. That way we can get clean, pure water through the wells. I would like to talk also about the children. If you are a sex offender, you are leaving Tennessee. If you are a child abuser, we are going to look you up on the abuse registry. We are going to haul you out of Tennessee, and we're going to tell you goodbye. If you have been arrested, if you have not been acquitted, if you have served time for it, you're out of here. We're going to start cleaning up the state of Tennessee. And people say, well, it's my right to live how I want to. You can live how you want to out of the state of Tennessee. If you want to be drunk and disorderly all the time and verbally abuse folks, you're gone. Being drunk and disorderly and verbally assaulting folks is against the law. You're gone. It'll not be 3 strikes, you're out. It'll be totally up to the state government what happens to you. If we find that you can do nothing but cause trouble amongst our state, you're gone. I'm going to clean this. When I said I was going to clean up the state of Tennessee, I meant it. If you could do nothing but keep breaking the law and keep breaking the law and keep breaking the law, it won't be 3 strikes, you're out. It'll be you're gone. Your land, you can take your car, but the land and the homes and any money you have in Tennessee is automatically Tennessee's or goes back to the Secret Service. That's it. I am going to put my foot down. And it's time to put my foot down. It's time for a lot of people to put their foot down. And parents, if your teenagers act up in school, they'll not be allowed back in school anymore. We're not doing detention. We're not doing Saturday school. We're not doing whatever they call that other school, supplemental school or something like that, to earn points to get back in the school system. No, they're either in or they're out. That's it. These teenagers have one chance. They want to act like a clown. We're going to send the circus out of the school. I promise you. And when enough people are not attending school no more, then folks are going to be out of a job. So we either need to attend to our children, stop being our children's friend, and beat their rear ends for them like our rear end was beat for us by our mother and our father, not physically abused, but that the belt was applied to our butt. That's what God made that pattern for. And grounding them and taking away their phones and taking away their tablets and taking away their computers and taking all their mocha machines out of their room and everything else and their freezy drinks and all that other stuff that we have let them. It is a privilege that we let them put stuff in their room to have. Okay? It's a privilege, not a have to. It's a privilege. If we take away the children's privilege and show them it's a privilege and show them we mean business, and if they try and take it back in there and show them we mean business even more and beat their rear end again, we may have adults before they know it. If we stop letting them hang around with the wrong crowd, if we stop letting them hang around those that are smoking the doobie and drinking the alcoholic drink and sacrificing their lungs off tobacco, maybe we'd have grown men and grown women by the time they were out of high school. And that is just my opinion. You don't have to go by me, but that is my opinion. Stop being their friend and start beating their rear. Moms and dads, you did not bring them babies in the world to be their friend. You brought them babies in the world to have a family, and you brought them babies in the world because you've been entrusted to be a parent by God and by society. And if people don't like the way you do them kids, then haul them up in court and ask them what their problem is before a judge. Because you don't need to put up with it, and I sure wouldn't put up with it. I hope that's very, very clear. Very clear. Let's see, what else before I get off on the soapbox again? You'll not be drinking till you're 25. You'll not be smoking till you're 21. And you'll not be drinking Friday at 12:01 a.m. to Monday at 12:01 a.m. I'm bringing back the Prohibition Weekend prohibition till the DUIs go down. I will restrain also the youth from being out on the weekend in the state. These are children. These are not adults. These are not adults who can handle responsibility of keeping their nose clean. They have to have mom and daddy do it for them and wipe their nose and pull up their pants for them or pull up the dress for them. Okay, because they're still acting like little babies. So if I have to, I will make an executive order where those under 18 years of age can't be out from Friday at 12:01 a.m. to Monday at 12:01 a.m. unless it's school time. So all of you that have been to juvenile hall, you know what it's like. And I will be enforcing this. If you have your child put their nose on a book rather than sit them in front of a TV all the time, they'd be much better off. If you stop letting all that violence enter their brain all the time, I think they'd be much better off. You need to choose, be very, very choosy, in my opinion. And if you want to say, well, you've gotten off to meddling now, that's fine. I think parents ought to be very choosy what their children watch, what they hear, and what they see. Very, very choosy. But I will start implementing a whole lot of things, and all these lives matter movements and all that other stuff. If you are found like some of these pictures that I've seen on social media, if you are found anywhere in any city within this state blocking traffic and holding them down, barreling them down with a weapon, a firing weapon, a gun, I'm going to make sure that the National Guard puts a bullet right between your eyes. George Soros will not run this state. Nancy Pelosi will not run this state. The Democratic Party will not be running this state. I will. It is my duty, my sworn duty, when I am elected governor, to protect the citizens and uphold and preserve and protect the Constitution of the United States and the state of Tennessee. And with every power that I have been given, I am taking down these riots and rioters. It is one thing to walk them streets peaceful and keeping your fat mouth shut. It is another thing to destroy property and destroy people's homes and destroy people's lives and make them bow down to you. Nobody got to bow down to anybody but God Almighty. Now that is my personal honest truth. No one has to bow down to government. That's tyranny. The government needs to start fearing the people so we can be a republic again. And that's the honest to God truth. And before I get really mad, I'm going to let you go and thank you very much, as Stephen C. Maxwell is a running for governor, and I appreciate your vote to be the 51st governor of the state of Tennessee, November the 8th, 2022, to make Tennessee bigger, better, faster, safer. Bye-bye.